What it do, YouTube? It's your boy, Young Jupiter, Big Jupiter, or you can just call me Jupiter. Just make sure you call me before we get to this video. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Today, we got 4 killers who show no remorse in court. Now, if they don't feel bad, I damn sure not gonna feel bad about them. So, hey, we gonna see how this go. Link to the original video down below if y'all wanna check it out for yourself. Without further ado, let's get into it.
This is Ronnie O'Neal.
I remember this one. I think he killed his girlfriend or wife and almost tried to kill his son or something like that. I think I'm gonna watch and see.
Double murder suspect in Riverview, Florida.
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, god damn it, I'm not.
O'Neal was 29.
Did you really think yelling was gonna really do anything? Okay.
And he fatally shot his then-girlfriend Kenyatta Barron. Following this, he murdered their own daughter by striking her multiple times with a hatchet. She was only 9 years old. O'Neal also stabbed their 8-year-old son before pouring gasoline all over the house and setting it on fire. O'Neal was arrested upon fleeing the burning house. The son was able to escape but was critically wounded and suffered from burns. The first 911
He gonna be traumatized for like the rest of his life, bro, because that's traumatized. Even for an adult, that's traumatizing. So imagine a child.
call on the incident was from the girlfriend who was heard screaming before suddenly hanging up. 8 minutes later, another call came in from O'Neal.
911, what is your emergency?
Hey, I just been attacked by some white demons inside Kiki. Kiki, her name is Kiki, and she tried to kill me.
What's she at?
Huh?
After the arrest, O'Neal was
Yeah, something was seriously wrong with him, bro. I never heard that phone call, but after hearing that, something was seriously wrong with him.
psychologically cleared to represent himself in court. During the trial, he cross-examined his now 11-year-old son, who he stabbed, to which the son explained everything that happened.
It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Did I hurt you that night of this incident?
Yes,
I did. And how did I hurt you?
you stabbed me.
O'Neal also accused the prosecution
What if he after, 'cause I know something is gotta be psychologically wrong with him. What if he don't recall what even happened that night? That'd be the messed up part about it.
of fabricating evidence.
Because he's playing a fraudulent damn recording of me beating Kenyatta Barron. I did kill Kenyatta Barron.
After O'Neal was found guilty at his sentencing, the judge went on to say this was the worst case she's ever seen.
This is the worst case ever in my life, and I have seen some horrors.
He also stated that he was not sorry for what he did.
I am not sorry for something I didn't do, and I am not sorry for the things I did do.
O'Neal was given a total of 3 life sentences plus 90 years without parole. And for O'Neal's son, he was adopted by the detective who cared for him the night of the murders. This is Randall Moore. He is facing 3 life sentences for crimes against his former wife, Therese Ann Lynch. Lynch had left her husband and filed a protective order against him. This resulted in Moore kidnapping and killing his estranged wife. Officer Todd Rowland responded to the cries from the apartment, where he was then shot and wounded.
Damn.
Okay, 303 Adams been hit, officer down. Suspect's armed with 20 shells. Advises nobody come to the door, as he will shoot again.
Shortly after, Moore had a phone call with a 911 dispatcher. Listen as he explains his motives.
I didn't want to do any of this.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, all I wanted was my son. I just wanted to see my 7-month-old baby. That's all I cared about.
Not long after, Moore surrendered, and for Officer Rowland, he underwent surgery for his hand. As the verdict is read out, Moore gives nothing but a slight nod.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder in the first degree. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of kidnapping in the first degree. Guilty of sexual abuse in the first degree. Guilty of attempt to commit murder.
At Moore
Now you damn sure ain't finna see your child. So what you thought was gonna happen?
Sentencing, Lynch's mother gives a victim impact statement.
What you did to my daughter, Tresanne Marie Lynch, was evil, hateful, and despicable. You are now dead and rotting and repulsive to me.
Read the journal she wrote. She hated you.
Thank you, Judge.
She hated you.
Thank you.
You're a loser.
Moore refused to apologize for his actions, saying he had no remorse for what happened.
And I'll tell you point blank, I have not 1 ounce of remorse for Tresanne's death. It could have all been prevented. All you had to do is let me see my kid. Now you're never going to see her again.
But now comes the judge.
If anybody didn't know what a piece of work you were before you start talking, they know it now. The court doesn't allow me to punish you any more than I'm doing now. If I could, I would.
Moore was given a total of 3 life sentences plus 25 years for the attempted murder. This is Keith Ferguson from Kalkaska, Michigan. He was set to court for 12 felony counts, including kidnapping and murder. Ferguson, who was 40 at the time, was engaged in a divorce argument with his wife, Tiffany Ferguson. When he begun to
it seemed y'all can't just letting certain people just go, bro. This shit crazy.
Beat her, followed by fatally shooting her in front of their 4 children. He then hauled the children over to Tiffany's parents' house, where he fatally shot his father-in-law. After fleeing the scene, Ferguson stormed a nearby house, taking the owner hostage, and barricaded himself inside the home. After a 7-hour standoff, Ferguson was arrested.
It's crazy that you don't know people are like this until it happens. That's the messed up part about it. God can say you do a background check on a person all day, but still don't know whatever happened.
Murdered multiple people and fled and has taken hostages.
During Ferguson's court appearance, his attitude and remorse towards the situation baffled everyone.
All right, Mr. Ferguson, can I get you to stand up there at the podium, please? All right, I need to have you raise your right hand for me. Okay, all right.
Pull me back my
Okay, stop.
At his sentencing, Tiffany's best friend gives a victim impact statement, saying she always felt that Keith would hurt his wife.
I knew one day he would kill her. She would always reply, "He loves his kids too much. He won't kill me. He loved them so much, he murdered their mother and grandfather."
When asked about his children, Ferguson never desired to see or speak to them again. The judge responded by saying,
"You may not meet the clinical definition of insanity, but there's clearly something fundamentally wrong with you."
Ferguson was given a
There's gotta be something wrong with you.
Life sentence without the possibility of parole.
I'll see y'all in hell.
That's a one-way trip. We ain't coming with you, my friend.
This is Michael Swanson, who was 17 when he went on a killing spree of 2 Iowa gas station attendees in the span of an hour.
Where did you shoot? On the body? Yeah. And in the face? In the face? Okay. Why the face? If I shoot to injure her, why would I shoot her at all?
Swanson entered a gas station in Algano, Iowa, in a ski mask and a handgun, demanding cash and cigarettes from 47-year-old Vicky Bowman Hall. Despite following the request without hesitation, Swanson still shot and killed her.
His whole objective the whole time, he didn't care about the money. His whole objective was to kill her.
An hour later, in Humboldt, Iowa, Swanson repeated the same act in another gas station, this time killing Sheila Myers. He was arrested 60 miles away from the shooting when authorities identified his vehicle. With both victims following his request but were killed anyways, it indicated that murder was Swanson's primary goal.
How did it feel when you pulled the trigger? I mean, some people say that, it feels powerful or that it's kind of a rush, or what did you feel when you pulled the trigger? I feel powerful.
And those are the people who never had any type of power in their life until they got a gun.
Swanson was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 2 counts of burglary. All allegations of Swanson's motives were answered by himself.
I then intentionally, deliberately, and with premeditation shot the clerk, causing her to die. I did this with a specific intent to kill her.
Now, as one of the victim's daughters gives a victim impact statement, Swanson sits completely emotionless.
How could you do what you did to my mom and my family? I want to know if you're even sorry. Are you sorry for what you did? My mom was not only completely 100% innocent, but she was also a defenseless woman when you came in with that gun. You said you did it for cigarettes and money and so no one could identify you, but I think that's a lie. You did it, as you later said on, that it was so you could feel powerful.
As Swanson was sentenced, he smiled and laughed.
Cold-blooded murder. Cold-blooded murder, young man. You are dangerous. You are unpredictable. Prison for the rest of your life.
Swanson was given 2 life sentences, and 4 years into his sentence,
My thing is, if you feel so, Cronus feels empowered, how about you just take yourself? That's just how I look at it, bro.
Slit another inmate's throat.
Evil world we live in, man. Well, they all stuck in the same place, so hey, I guess it's something. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you will. I'm out.